African Women of Waste. The African Women of Waste AWOW, is a flagship project by the 11-11-12 Foundation, and the 2021 edition is sponsored by Alluvia Unique Concepts Limited. International Women's Day is a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. The day also marks a call to action for accelerating gender parity. Significant activity is witnessed worldwide as groups come together to celebrate women's achievements or rally for women's equality. It is important that women and girls must have opportunities to contribute to making real change and help shape the policies, services, and infrastructure that impact their lives. Many communities around the world are working towards zero waste. The issues of municipal waste management are of immense concern in developing countries and at the forefront of the direct recipients of the consequences of this environmental issue are women and children. As a result, it is crucial that we put a spotlight on the work women are doing in the waste management sector. Women make a strong contribution to this sector from the home front and as engineers, coordinators, policymakers. There are women pioneers, activists, recyclers, researchers, as well as high-level managers and ministers of government. Women are out there, but just not very visible. The African Women of Waste seeks to change the narrative. The status quo, as it was, having been challenged, has been broken. Technological advancement is not gender-based. Women are making giant strides in medical science, in governance, in the military, in financial markets. Women have become solutions to global issues. Necessity, they say, is the mother of invention, and when there is a need, the provider of the solution cannot be stereotyped. So it has become imperative that we harness the latent potential that is embedded in women and the girl child. 3 central beliefs underpin and guide the celebrations. 1. Identifying, celebrating, and increasing the visibility of women's achievements can help forge equality. 2. Strategic collaborations based on a foundation of shared purpose, trust, and appreciation can impact positive change for women. 3. Worldwide awareness raising via meaningful narratives, resources, and activity can help combat gender bias and discrimination to accelerate gender parity. Around Africa, we have selected few women for their notable actions towards zero waste. We present to you Rita Oluwakemi Idehai, Nigeria. Rita is a geoscientist and social entrepreneur who is passionate about sustainability and social inclusion. She earned a Bachelor's of Science degree in geology from the Obafemi Awolowo University, Osun State, Nigeria. While completing the compulsory National Youth Service Corps in 2017, Rita founded her social enterprise, Real Reintegrated Development, and launched EcoBarter to mainstream zero-waste circular economy living in Nigeria, while empowering local communities to adopt sustainable waste management practices and transform waste materials into marketable products. Through various experiences, Rita has gathered skills in social planning, implementation, result-based monitoring and evaluation, as well as business writing. She is particularly interested in building more resilient African communities and leading the transition to a circular economy-driven Africa. Rita believes in placing young people and women in the front lines of change. Rita is a fellow of the International Youth Foundation's Youth Action Net, the Nigeria SDGs Youth Network, and the Recyclers Association of Nigeria, and an outstanding social innovator by Leap Africa. She was a runner-up at the 2020 edition of the prestigious Africa Green Grant Award.
everyone, my name is Rita Idehai. I'm the founder of EcoBata. EcoBata is a social enterprise leading the transition to a zero-waste circular economy driven Nigeria. At the core of what we do at EcoBata is the need to fashion out waste from our everyday consumption. So we have a platform where we encourage people to make eco-friendly shopping decisions. We have a platform where we are able to collect recyclables from households who do not have access to this, sustainable waste infrastructure beforehand. Away from being just a women-led business, we put women at the forefront of our solution. So 4 out of 7 of our core team members at EcoBata are women. Another fascinating thing that we do with women is our waste resource empowerment program, where we identify women in indigent communities, then empower these women on local skills to collect and transform waste material, typically hard to recycle waste material, into new products via upcycling. So we train women on how to collect plastic bags, such as the pure water sachet that you use in your household, or the bags that come with the pure water sachet. Other shopping bags such as this. So they are able to weave these materials using the floor loom and then weave them into fabrics that are then made into really nice products such as this cute purse, this purse, or bags such as this. We also make mats such as this, and finally we're working on new skills to turn them into shoe straps such as this. So thank you, and this is how we're putting women at the forefront of environmental sustainability in Nigeria. Happy International Women's Day. Thank you again for having me.
Isatu Cisse, Gambia. Isatu Cisse is a Gambian activist and social entrepreneur, popularly referred to as the Queen of Recycling. She initiated a recycling movement called One Plastic Bag in the Gambia. Through this movement, she educated women in the Gambia to recycle plastic waste into sellable products that earned them income. In 1997, Isatu stood at the edge of the village and looked at the ugly heap of rubbish piled high on the red earth. Amongst the discarded tins, food, and bike tires, one thing stood out. There were plastic bags everywhere. Mosquitoes swarmed above murky puddles of water, pooled on bags on the ground. 2 of her neighbors' goats perched on the rubbish, foraging for food. She shooed them away. Isatu had heard that many people's goats had died recently. When the butcher cut them open, he found plastic knotted in their stomachs. Together with 4 other women, she founded the recycling center of Njau in her native village in northern Gambia. Initially, the goal of this project was to educate fellow villagers on the importance and benefits of reclaiming waste in plastic recycling, thereby discouraging the act of littering around with plastic waste. Over the years, the project has grown and now empowers women, providing them with support and income. The project was recently recognized as an official community-based organization in the Gambia. Now referred to as the Njau Recycling and Income Generation Group, NRIGG, today Cisse works with more than 1,100 people, and NRIGG is based in 4 separate communities across the Gambia. In 2012, she was honored with the International Alliance for Women Difference Maker Award in Washington, D.C., United States. Her story was published in a book authored by Miranda Paul and illustrated by Elizabeth Zunan.
My name is Isatu Cisse, the director and founder of Women Initiative, the Gambia. I started this organization when I was very, very young, and I have not belonged to a big family. I have belonged to a poor family, but I believe myself, and I believe that, as I promised myself, I want to be part of the group that is going to be working so hard planting trees and take great care of them. The importance of loving the nature. We have only one earth, and as long as we lose this earth, we lose it and we will not going to get it. And it's very difficult to maintenance it when we lose it very, very seriously. And who is the next generation? Who is the person who going to take responsibilities? Is the next generation. So we have to give them information. And this is what my organization is doing. And I'm so glad that the youth of today, they are ready to receive it. And I'm 100% ready to work with them day to day to make sure that the responsibilities is taken and it's put into good use.
Juliet Namuju, Uganda. Juliet Namuju is the founder and CEO of Kimuli Fashionability. The fashion outfit aims to transform plastic waste crisis in Africa into an inclusive eco-fashion label while providing employment opportunities to people with disabilities and youth. When Juliet Namuju was 5 years old, her parents were involved in a road accident that claimed her mother's life and caused her father's legs to be amputated. She went to live with her grandmother, a tailor, but seeing the challenges her father faced, she grew up acutely aware of discrimination against those with disabilities. Quoting, "The perception that people had towards my father because of his disability, I came up to fight against it," unquote, Namuju says. She made it her mission to change the mindset that people have towards persons with disabilities. Fashion design may not seem an obvious path to social change, yet the 24-year-old entrepreneur is using her bold clothing designs not only to help those with disabilities, but also address Uganda's waste disposal problems. Namuju began getting creative as a child, making toys from offcuts from her grandmother's sewing bench. I would go quickly and collect them, gather them together with plastic waste, bottles and other polythene, and sew them into small balls and dolls for myself to play with, Namuju says once again. Today, she's putting these skills to other uses. 3 years ago, aged just 21, Namuju launched Kimuli Fashionability, a sustainable fashion label based in the central Ugandan city of Mpigi. It employs people with disabilities to upcycle plastic and other waste into eye-catching clothes, accessories, and more recently, face masks. But not just any face mask. As Uganda's pandemic lockdown eased in May and Namuju got back into the workshop with her team, she realized that those who were hearing impaired, about half her 25 workers, had a problem. Masks worn against the spread of COVID-19 prevented them from lip reading. Namuju and her team came up with a design that has a transparent screen made from treated waste plastic fitted into a fabric, usually cotton, mask, and finished with an elastic band and filter. Juliet has been able to present her upcycled fashion as the Bilderkateren Fair Fashion Conference in Germany 2017, won the Uganda Yi Community Award 2018, became a Tony Elumelu Fellow in 2018, first runner-up of the AWIF Award 2018 in South Africa, is a Greenpreneur Award winner 2019, hosted by Ban Ki-moon in Seoul, Korea, and won the Ugandan Employer of the Year Award in 2019.
Hello, my name is Juliet Namuju, founder Kimuli Fashionability that transformed the plastic waste crisis in Africa into an inclusive eco-fashion label while providing employment opportunities to people with disabilities and the youth in Africa through turning plastic polythene into durable, sustainable, waterproof garments and accessories like this raincoat jacket. So at Kimuli, we do train and empower marginalized youths from rural and urban communities on how to collect this plastic waste. This plastic waste is being dumped and disposed of in the environment government, especially here in Uganda. So they do collect cement bags, sugar sacks, tetra bags for class milk, polythene bags, and so many wastes. So this waste is being dumped at our waste collection center, where our women from rural communities sort it, wash it, dry it, and then it's being packed, brought here at Chimuli Fashionability, where our persons with disabilities, especially those who cannot talk and hear, and they handcuffed, cut it and blend it with African fabrics and make products that are being ordered by our customers.
Zoe Lenkiewicz, Honorary. Zoe Lenkiewicz is an international waste management and circular economy specialist. Her work supports the development of policies, partnerships, and technologies that keep resources in the loop and prevent pollution. She has been providing waste management engagement expertise to industry, government, academia, communities, and the non-profit sector since 2002. Her professional experience spans the technical, political, and social aspects of sustainable resource management, with a focus on improving the way waste is managed globally. She helps businesses, governments, and communities design and deliver locally suitable recycling, resource management, and waste recovery initiatives. She has 20 years' experience developing and implementing sustainable waste management and circular economy initiatives within governments, businesses, and civil society. She brings technical cross-sector experience to enable diverse stakeholders to make progress towards common goals. Growing waste aid from the ground up. She combines scientific, creative, and leadership skills with strategic waste management expertise. I am a driving force in the movement to attract international attention to the power of waste management for global development, she says. She is the chief author of the award-winning Waste Aid Toolkit Making Waste Work. She works with communities in Cameroon, Malawi, Gambia, Kenya, Democratic Republic of Congo, and others worldwide to deliver genuinely sustainable waste management solutions. In 2019, she joined the CSC Global Leaders Alumnus and was named a Woman of Influence by The Planner. She is one of the 2020 100 Women Creating a Better Africa, the Chatham House Common Future Speaker, and judge in the 2020 Africa Green Grants Awards.
Hello, my name is Zoe Lenkiewicz. I am Senior Technical Advisor and Head of Communications at Waste Aid. Waste Aid is a small NGO set up by waste management professionals in recognition that 1 in 3 people globally don't have a waste management service at all. If you live somewhere like this, you'll know the problems that come from it. If you live somewhere without waste management, you'll know the problems that arise. Accumulating waste heaps attract vermin, which can spread diseases. When waste blocks drainage channels, you get flash floods, sending dirty water into people's homes. You get more mosquitoes that spread diseases, and so on. Burning waste in particular is a big problem globally. 90% of the waste in developing countries isn't managed, or is not managed properly at least. And this, we think, is a big global problem that needs global attention. So Waste Aid works to attract finance and investors and partners to help sort out this challenge so that we can all live a healthier life. So my background, I've worked in waste management for 20 years. I was attracted to it first of all when I was a child. I enjoyed watching a television programme where we would make crafts from just commonly found waste materials, like the inside of a toilet tube or washing up liquid bottle and turn it into a rocket or some kind of toy or game. And I think this practice when I was young gave me a different lens to see waste through. When I look at something that somebody wants to throw away, I always think, what could we do with that? And I think that has progressed through my education and career now, and I kind of have the perfect job because I work with amazing partners all around the world, trying to work out what we can do with waste and how we can get the value back from it to benefit society. So waste management is really connected to sustainable development. I would argue that you can't have sustainable development if you're not sorting out your waste. There's so many benefits to waste management, from the environmental benefits of reduced open dumping and burning and the associated impacts of that for all of society, improved health for everybody, particularly children, and a stronger local economy as well, because if you're recovering the value from waste, then you can create jobs and improve people's livelihoods. It's particularly helpful for people who are in vulnerable situations and unable to enter the formal workspace, because there's lots of opportunities available from waste management and recycling.
Hello viewers, my name is Bilkisu Garba Diallo. I'm the founder and managing director of a social business based in Abuja, Nigeria, called the Upcycle Architects TUPA. What we do at TUPA is try to find creative, eco-conscious, sustainable solutions to issues and challenges that we have with regards to solid waste management in Nigeria. We produce products predominantly for interior spaces, all from items that people classify as waste, junk, scrap, trash or old. We have an academy where we teach people how to find different creative ways in addressing these issues. Our biggest challenges is awareness. Awareness, how people can understand the concept. A couple of people have an idea what recycling is, not the majority, but they understand what recycling is to an extent. When you tell them upcycling, they're like, okay, yeah, you mean recycling, right? They don't really get it. So almost for every person that we meet, we need to go through a process of explaining what we do. And then there are a couple of people that we have met that have an understanding, but they're still not open to the concept yet, especially when it comes to adopting it, in their day-to-day lives. A lot of people do not understand why they need to sort out their trash and why we need to reduce our footprints, especially when it comes to using non-biodegradables, why we need to adopt some of these R's, like the 3 R's, why we need to reduce our consumption rate and reduce the level of waste in our habits, why we need to refuse sometimes, why we need to recycle. A lot of people don't know this, so awareness is one of the biggest challenges. The second aspect is acceptance. So when we've gone through that process of explaining to people what we do and what upcycling is, the next challenge is, okay, are they willing, are they receptive to this concept and idea? And the answer is no. We have a lot of people that will say, oh yeah, this is a fantastic idea, this is a fantastic concept, we love it, it's really creative, it's a wonderful alternative, but they are not ready to implement these concepts in their life. Running a green business, and that's one very beautiful thing about organizations like 11-11-12 Foundation, because it was one major platform that it is one major platform that I have come to know that is very willing and open to promoting green businesses, and even pushing forward female-owned green businesses, and it's really encouraging.
The 11-11-12 Foundation, as an organization that is socially inclusive, understands and appreciates the need to celebrate women who are making strides in building an environment that is resilient and sustainable for all. This period has been particularly challenging for a lot of women, from loss of loved ones, loss of livelihood, to having to care for loved ones in a pandemic. It has definitely shown the strength embedded within women who have chosen to rise up to the challenges they face daily. Although this documentary is not exhaustive of the women doing great work in waste management and sustainability in Africa, but as a flagship project, we hope this inspires the younger generation of women to continue to choose to challenge the obstacles and limitations that may arise in their sphere of influence. Of course, the global celebration of International Women's Day is a time for reflection of how far women have come, advocacy for what is still needed, and action to continue breaking down barriers. As an organization that is passionate about environmental sustainability, we shall continue to beam the searchlight on leading women and showcase their work to inspire others to work towards achieving zero waste and attaining the Sustainable Development Goals. There's urgent work to do, and we can all play a part.